Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am doing a testing new makeup from Ulta. Get ready with me. And I recently picked these items up and I just got them in the mail yesterday, so I'm super excited to try them out. So the first product that I picked up from Ulta is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. And I know that this isn't like a super new product. e.l.f. has had this for a while, but I have yet to try it. And since I have been loving the camo concealer, I wanted to give this a try. And the shade that I picked up in this is in Fair 120 Neutral. I think that's going to be like a decent shade match for me. It might be slightly light, but I think it's going to be good. Okay, it feels really thick and creamy. I probably put too much on the back of my hand here. I'm just going to put a little bit of it on my nose. And then I'm just using my dampened Wet n Wild makeup sponge to apply this camo CC cream. But yeah, this is definitely full coverage. At least it looks like it when I'm first applying it. Get my little hairs out of the way. It looks like it has kind of a nice semi-matte, maybe leaning a little bit more dewy finish. Sorry if the cars are extra loud. I'm filming this kind of earlier in the morning, and I feel like that's whenever traffic is kind of busy on my road, everybody leaving to go to work. But I feel like the coverage on this, and honestly the consistency, reminds me so much of my Revlon Color Stay, my very favorite Holy Grail foundation. So I feel like this could be very promising for me if it wears well throughout the day. So I'll try to leave some like commentary in the video letting you guys know like how this wore on me today. I'm just going to blend what I had put on my nose. And surprisingly, I used all of that I put on the back of my hand. I'm kind of surprised. But I'm going to zoom you all in a little bit so you can see like the coverage and everything on this foundation. Like, it has such a beautiful finish. Like, I know it looks pretty dewy right now, but I know once I set it and everything, it's going to look really nice. The coverage on it is really good. Like, even though it was pretty full coverage, I feel like I might need to blend it right here. I don't feel like it looks super heavy or cakey on the skin. Like, it looks really skin-like. So first impressions of that CC cream, I really like it. So I'll just see how it wears throughout the day. All right, and then the next thing that I picked up is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I have been enjoying the regular camo concealer, the one that's like the matte finish. I picked up this shade in Fair Beige in this one, but seeing it in the tube, it looks like it might be a little too dark, but we'll just see how I feel about it once I get it on my under eyes. But I enjoy just the regular camo concealer, so I wanted to give this one a try. So yeah, I mean, it looks like this is darker than what I would normally wear for my concealer. I would say that's probably the hardest thing with these camo concealers is trying to figure out what shade is going to match you the best. And like I told you guys in one of my other Get Ready With Me's, I think my last Get Ready With Me, it's really hard to figure out what your shade is between the two. But I mean, I feel like once I get this blended out, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, I don't think that concealer looks bad. That is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. Really like it. First impression wise, I'll see how it holds up if it creases or anything like that. And then two new powders that I have picked up. I didn't get these in the Ulta order. Like, I've had these, but they're still pretty new. the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Press Powder, and it's in the shade Light, or the e.l.f. HD powder. I've really been enjoying this powder. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to use this e.l.f. HD powder just because I have been enjoying this one more. And I'm going to use a little bit of it at first to set my under eyes. And I'm just using my Sigma. This is their F79 Concealer Blending Kabuki brush. I'm just going to take like my e.l.f. flat powder brush and just press some of that HD powder onto the skin. And this does kind of tone down the shine just a little bit. So somebody wants to see you guys today. I know that Pep hasn't been in any videos yet. So she was crying at the door. So she wanted to be in the video. You know, right, little Pep? Oh, yeah. Do you want to sit on my lap while I'm doing my makeup? She's so cute. Tiny little baby Pep. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows, and I also put on my eyeshadow primer. Little Peps. Little Peps. So, I just realized that maybe I should have put these two products on before I set my face. So we'll see how well these work over top of powder. Come here, Pep. Let's get in this chair back here. Let's get in this chair. Yeah. You want to get in this nice cozy chair? Okay, so I just put Peps over in the chair behind me, so we'll see if she stays there. And I feel like I have a bunch of like little cat hairs on my face already. Like, she sheds so bad. Like, I swear you could brush her every day and get a ton of fur off of her. So it's like when you pet her, like fur flies all over the place. But anyway, like I was saying, maybe I should have used these before I applied my powder. But I picked up the e.l.f. Contour in light medium. This is the Halo Glow Beauty Wand. And then I picked up the Halo Glow blush in Rose You Slay. So fingers crossed this works well over top of powder. It's like, honestly, I mean, I know this is like a cream product, but like the Rare Beauty like stick contour like bronzer thing, it works so well over powder that I'm like, I feel like any of these products should be able to work okay over top of a light powder. So I know some people just apply this directly to the face, but a lot of times I'll put these things on the back of my hand and then use a brush. So I think I'm going to try that at first, just to get a feel of this product. This is what the shade looks like. I'm just going to kind of, and then I'm going to use my bronzing brush. Okay. So far that seems like that's working okay over top of the powder. Kind of got that up a little bit too high. Let's see. And it's like maybe it would apply a little bit better with a sponge. So that might also be an option I could do. It's like always one of those things that it's like apply a light hand of it, and then you can always go in and be a little bit more intense with things. Like, let's use this little sponge and see what works better here. Okay, I feel like it might be kind of disturbing the powder just ever so slightly, especially with the sponge. I feel like with the brush it doesn't do it as bad. Or really at all with the brush. So maybe don't do a sponge if you've already applied powder. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this. I always like dip it in there and then I kind of go like this on my hand just to knock off the excess and kind of get it a little bit more evenly distributed across the brush. Okay. Yeah, I would say maybe with this product, it might be best to apply it before you do powder. I mean, I know that makes the most sense with like a cream product, but like I said, there are definitely ones out there that you can use over top of powder and it doesn't get caked up or anything. Because yeah, I feel like it's getting a little bit weird around my forehead, like kind of mixing with like the powders and probably not the foundation, but just like the powder, just kind of mixing. But I do really enjoy the shade of this. I think it's a really nice shade. It's not too cool toned. It's not too warm. Because I debated on getting the light shade. That one is more like the light fair. That one is more cool toned. So it's almost more like contouring, where this shade is more like a bronzing. So I guess if you wanted more of like a contouring shade and you were the same, you know, kind of skin tone as me, that light fair would be a good contour one. Just take some on my nose. First impressions on that, definitely like it, but feel like it might be best to apply that before you do your powder. And it might be kind of a better product to use almost like to intensify like whatever bronzer you're using, because it's like a lot of times with these cream products, it's like if you set your face with a powder, then it kind of lightens the, you know, the effect of the bronzer or the blush or whatever. These were much smaller than what I thought they were going to be. If you hear any slurps, Peps is cleaning herself over on the couch. Like, have you guys seen those reels, or I guess maybe TikToks? I'm not on TikTok right now, so I don't really watch TikToks, but like where cats will be grooming themselves and like the owners will kind of like mimic them and go and like the cats get super annoyed. You do that to Peps and she does not care. Okay, so that's what that shade looks like. It's actually a little bit more I guess kind of coral than rose to me, but we'll see once it's on. Sometimes things kind of change once you put them on your cheeks. So I'm just using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this blush. Okay, yeah, on the cheeks it does look a little bit more rosy. It has a nice, pretty, like, satin kind of glow to it. Yeah, these products are just very natural looking. The bronzer and like the blush. They do make a highlighting wand in like this line of Halo Glow beauty wands, but I decided not to pick that up because this blush I figured would be pretty glowy as well as the bronzer, so I just decided to skip the highlights. And I do really enjoy like that highlighted glow the blush does provide. And this is what it looks like on the back of my hand, like once I kind of blended things out. So the newest e.l.f. product that I was excited to test out is this Glow Reviver Lip Oil. And I picked up the shade in Rose Envy. You all know how much I love my Dior like lip glow oil, and I think this is kind of supposed to be a dupe to that product. Like, here is the Dior lip glow. So I feel like you can kind of see like the vibe that they were going with there with the packaging design. And then let's see what the applicator looks like. Okay, yeah. Also, the applicator is very similar. Whoops. Is very similar to the Dior one. Like, let me get the Dior so we can compare. Okay, yeah, I would say that this is like literally the exact same applicator. Maybe the Dior one might be slightly different, but I mean, they're pretty close. Let's go ahead and try this oil out. Which I don't think that this is like a pH balance one that changes. I think this is just like a tinted lip oil. I'm just going to use it by itself today just so we can see the looks of it and everything. And there were other colors I wanted to get, but I figured I'd just get one at first to see if I liked it before I committed it and bought others. But the feel of this is so similar to the Dior lip oils. It feels super nice on the lips. I even feel like the finish of it, like the color, is also very similar to how the Dior lip glows look. So first impression wise, I would say this is a pretty good dupe. Like, maybe not the shade, because this is a different shade than this one that I have, but this might be a good dupe to the Rosewood oil. I don't have that shade, but I could see where that would probably be a pretty decent dupe to that product. The next thing that I got that I'm pretty excited about is the ColourPop 1111 palette. And I didn't really even know about this palette until one of you guys mentioned this in one of my videos. You commented about this palette, about doing 4 looks with it. And I definitely want to do that. And just looking at the swatches and everything, I could see where this might be a good dupe to the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. So maybe I could film a dupe video on that if that might be something that you guys would be interested in. I mean, I could see where the shades are different, but the color range is kind of like in the same family. So this is what this palette looks like. Super beautiful. Like, I love these colors. I haven't been this excited for a like drugstore palette in a hot minute. So, which I mean, I know ColourPop isn't like exactly drugstore, but it's more like on par with drugstore pricing. So beautiful. I cannot wait to bust into this. I did, like I said, I went ahead and primed my eyelids with my Urban Decay Original Primer Potion. And I think first I'm going to go in with this shade called Good Thoughts, just to kind of put that kind of all over the lid. Just to kind of give myself like a nice base to work with. But I definitely want to film 4 looks with this palette. It'll probably, after the Chill Brunch Neutrals, this is going to be like the Maybelline Chill Brunch Neutrals. This will be the next 4 looks that will be coming. It's like such a pretty little palette. I don't even want to use it because I don't want to mess it up. Pep Pep, are you ready to go out? All right, let's let Pep Peps out. Bye, Pep Peps. Thanks for joining us today. Bye-bye, girlfriend. But yeah, this Good Thoughts, it blends out really easily. I really like the shade. It's like my skin tone, but like a little warmer. What is your favorite ColourPop palettes? I really need to get into trying ColourPop a little bit more. Like, there was a period of time where I was really into some of their more colorful palettes, but I know they have so many good, just more natural, like neutral palettes. So let me know in the comments which palettes you would recommend from ColourPop or which ones are your favorite. Now I'm going to take Protection, which is more of like this pink nude. And I'm just going to focus this more in the crease. Just warm it up. I might take just a little bit of Total Angel and put it as my brow bone highlight. This looks like a pretty highlighted shade, so I'm going to try to use it sparingly. Yeah, just a slight dusting of that on my brow bone. This would also be a really beautiful inner corner highlight, which I'll probably use that here in a minute once I get my lid shade on and everything. It's like I could go one of two ways, Manifest It or Balanced. So Manifest It is like a gold, Balanced is like more of like that rose gold champagne sort of lid color. Also Major Change would be really pretty on the eyelid as well. I might go with Major Change just because that's not the color I would typically use. I would normally go for like Balanced probably. And Reflect looks like it would be really pretty, but it looks like it has some glitter and I'm kind of scared that I might have some glitter fallout, which I'm tempted to spray my makeup setting spray on this. But let's just use it dry first. Okay, yeah, that color is really beautiful. I just don't think I'll ever get tired of just nude, natural colors in a palette. I could also see where this color would apply really nice with your finger. But since I have my nails on, it's really difficult for me to use my finger to apply eyeshadows. So that's why I'm using a brush. I'm going to take Right Path, this shade here. I'm going to run this on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of this Total Angel shade and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Wow. This is definitely my new affordable palette. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Love this eye look that I created with it. Just a beautiful everyday eye look. It's like not too over the top, but it's just so pretty. Okay, and then I just have one more thing that I have picked up from Ulta. Well, actually two, but I have used this before. And this is one of my very favorite drugstore makeup setting sprays, but this is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And I did change the pump on this because I don't like the pump that comes on this bottle. So I took one of my old Urban Decay bottles and put the pump on this little guy from the Urban Decay because I love the Urban Decay sprayer. So I'm just going to go ahead and mist my face. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes up. And then I picked up the Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate Mascara. You all know how much I've been enjoying brown mascaras, so I just had to try this one out. Been very curious about it. This is what the packaging looks like. I mean, I actually enjoy just the regular Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I never buy it though because I feel like it's not really worth the money, but I was very curious about this brown shade. So this is what the color looks like there. And I will get this and compare the wands with my Maybelline Sky High Volume in True Brown, because this is my favorite brown mascara right currently, or my favorite one from the drugstore at least that I've found thus far. So let's see if we can get it to focus. So on the bottom there, that's the Maybelline one, and then on top is the Too Faced one. I think maybe the Too Faced might be a slightly warmer brown, maybe a little bit lighter. I mean, actually, they're both kind of warm browns. It's just that maybe the Too Faced one might be slightly a little bit lighter, but let's just see what I think about these, or what I think about this mascara. I mean, yeah, this might be slightly a lighter brown shade than the Maybelline. But honestly, it's like so close in tone, I can't really tell too much of a difference. But I do like the shade of it. It is a good brown. Not too dark. Is there any brown mascaras that you have tried lately that you really like the shade of, that it's not too dark and it's a true brown mascara? If you have a good recommendation, leave it in the comments, because I'm always on the hunt to find a good brown mascara. But I do always love how volumizing this mascara is. I just love this design with the wand. Don't know what it is about this wand that's so good, but it just is. So that is everything with testing out these new makeup products. If you guys enjoy videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, or maybe let me know down in the comments what new products you would like for me to test out or that you're curious about. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye-bye.
Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.